Hello, everyone. Diana Rankin here with your evolutionary shift, the monthly predictions for the month of September, the month coming up. Those of you who know me know that I really don't like to do these broad brush predictions. And when I read what Philip had to say, you'll understand why. I much prefer working with you individually, one on one, or the weekly messages that you ask the questions and I get you the answers from Philip. So this one these are hard for me, these monthly, because, well, like I said, you'll understand when I read it. But what I want to say to you is, excuse me, my hair is, when it's down, sometimes it gets in my way there. What I want to say to you, I'm going to ask two things of you before we read it. And by the way, we will get our soul message from Philip from one of my books. And this is just an oracle book. Each page has a different wisdom on it. So we will get a good message from Philip there. And for those of you who have purchased this book or any of my books, thank you so much. I just got a royalty check in and it made me feel so good. So thank you. These are the two commitments I'm going to ask you to listen to today. I'm going to ask you, first of all, to listen to what Philip has to say as I read it with a compassionate heart and an open heart. I'm going to ask you to not get caught in the fear, because there's a lot of what Philip says that could bring on some fear and anger. Please don't get caught in that. The other thing I'm going to ask you is listen to the end of his message, because it is in the end of his message that we do get the hope and we do get what we need to do in order to, I won't say correct, but in order to not allow a lot of this that's happening to continue, because it looks like it could get a lot harder for us before it gets better. But anyway, so if you'll just commit to those two things, listen to the end and listen with as the compassionate witness, actually. Don't get caught in the emotion. And so be aware of what you're feeling and don't get caught in anger or fear. Got it? Okay, here it goes. Here's Philip's predictions for the month of September 2020. The month will not be an easy one for many. Tensions will run high with anger at the forefront. It is a time for many to draw inward to find their center of calm. This will not be true of all, for many will feel it is their duty to shout. Unfortunately, the shouting will increase this month in new places around the world, with the loudest being in the US. The gunshots that will take lives of those in the groups of protesters this month. Those gunshots will be heard around the world. They will eventually lead to peace, but that will not be felt at this time. Invasions of countries, including the US, will begin, but not yet will they meet with success. Any success remains to be seen. There are forces at work to stop invasions into the US, but at this time it is not known if they will be able to shift the energy away from the invasions. A war within the US has begun and will escalate in September. There is a time of quiet and rest toward the end of the month, but tensions will again rise and more deaths will follow. The only way to calm the wars is to calm the anger. The tension from the humans is causing harm to the planet, which will result in what you call natural disasters. There will be strong winds sweeping across the plains and into what is called the Midwest, as well as the sweeping of waters again across the South, mainly along land on the Gulf. Late season storms will be called unusual. Water is healing, as is fire. The cleansing is needed for the planet to survive. Humans forget she is a living, breathing entity that will do what is necessary to survive. There will be the threat of a lava eruption in the Northwest and an eruption in Asia in an area of China. In the South Seas, an island will disappear and another will appear. This all takes place as Earth shifts. The shift will be measured and seen minor, but will be felt underfoot by those who are aware of the earth's rumblings. The election in the U.S. will take a turn, making it clear who will take the upcoming election. As of this month, the ones in power will retain it. This will only shift if changes are made. Currently, it does not look like those changes will be made. The current leader will retain power, but will not stay in power. There will be a tumbling down of the administration, but only after the election and the new year. The pandemic will continue to clear worldwide, except in the US and possibly Europe. In the US especially, and in Spain, it will worsen. This is a time to go inward, to counter anger with joy, war with peace, and hate with joy. It is not a time for fear or hand-wringing. It is a time for feeling the sun on your face and to listen to the birds' song. It is a time to join hearts and to love one another and the planet and all who inhabit her. Many have given away their power to a God that is not God. This month, it is imperative that all who can reclaim their power and recognize their own creation. This is the time to come to know that God is love, and that is what all beings are. I'm going to repeat that because at times God is with a small g and other times with a capital. So I'm going to repeat that paragraph because I think that is one of the most important paragraphs of everything Phillip has said in this message. Many have given away their power to a God, small g, that is not God, capital G. This month, it is imperative that all who can reclaim their power and recognize their own creation. This is the time to come to know that God, with a capital G, is love, and that is what all beings are. This is the time to step away from the anger and fear and become the truth of who you are. You are love, and this is God with a capital G in the making. It is only when humans replace fear with love and anger with peace that the earth will calm and the wars stop. Whew. Okay, my friends, that was a pretty intense message. Let's get our message here. If you think right page, you're thinking your intuition is working with mine. If you think left page, that is a message that you need to listen to. So the right page says, do not be so busy seeking life that you forget to be life. I'm going to repeat that. Do not be so busy seeking life that you forget to be life. And on the left page, it says, tomorrow is merely an extension of today. Is it not then wise to guard that which your thoughts create today? Tomorrow is merely an extension of today. Is it not then wise to guard that which your thoughts creates today? Oh, my friend, Phillip is telling us, create love. Stay out of the anger. Yes, it looks like the Trump administration is going to be reelected, but it's not going to last. It sounds like but right now it doesn't look like the Democrats are going to take the Senate or the White House. And I think maybe right now it's more important to concentrate on the Senate. But my friends, stay safe, stay in love, take your power back, and remember the truth of who you are. You're love. And that is what God is, love. Don't give your power away to a false God. I love you. Thank you for loving me because you keep me doing this. And we're all fine here at the ranch, four-legged ones and two-legged ones. Thank you for being with us, and I love you. I am thinking seriously of doing, I said this before, but I'm really going to work on it, doing some live on Facebook, doing live messages. I'm not comfortable doing live messages here with readings, but I will do that on Facebook. So if we are not yet friends, please friend me and let me know who you are. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for taking in the messages and mostly taking in the message of acts of love. You're needed. Thank you. We are holding each other's hearts and virtually holding each other's hands. I love you. Thank you.